my motivational thought of the week as I spill some Wake Up Unlimited Energy pink lemonade on my cheek. This is from Malcolm Forbes, and this is from my Forbes thought of the day. The only unforgivable sin being unforgiving. The only unforgivable sin being unforgiven, by Malcolm Forbes. What does that mean? I'll tell you what I think it means. Is holding on to hate. And that is the only real true sin, or not forgiving people. And whether they're right or wrong or whatever the situation, that is something for me I'm constantly working on. And I always preach positivity and trying to love and happiness. And but I deal with a lot of hate, anger, and I don't put up with bullshit. But I also am self-aware, and when I get into a negative mood, of getting myself out of it as quickly as possible. And that's something that I think it never ends. Constantly, it's practice. It's like anything, it takes practice. And so for me, in reading that book, and last week I talked about the book, The Vortex, it's practicing forgiving. And it's not, I self-admittedly, like, it's very difficult, and I remind myself daily, and I do different affirmations and things, and actually just don't say it, but try to feel it. And self-admittedly, it's not easy, because I want to fuck things up sometimes, and I want to beat the fuck out of people sometimes. And I get pissed, and I have a lot of anger at times, and it's, for me, that's in going down this path, it takes a lot of work. And I always, when different situations of different people in the past burning me on different things and being pieces of shit. And, the company with WWE being pieces of shit. It's not easy. And my thing is, you have to forgive and feel that forgiveness, and try to put out a different energy, which isn't easy. And like everything that I'm doing, and it all has to match up. I can't just hold on to anger on a couple little things, and it's daily practice of but at the same time, you also can't forget the situation. You just have to forgive and move on. Because sometimes I think people, they'll just ignore it, or they act like they forgive, and then they go back to a stupid situation and do something, and they get burned again because they were not smart enough to the situation to realize that this place or this person, they're probably going to do it again more than likely, because that's the type of person they are, the type of company they are. So you got to really, there's a lot that goes into this, but for the most part, this quote, I think, it being the only sin is being unforgiving. The only unforgivable sin being unforgiven is holding on to hate, because ultimately all that does is it hurts us. And it's something, and it's not easy, and we all do it. We all go through it with our own life situations and different things, and there's people or things that make us mad, and we choose to hold on to it. Now, not to say that other person, it doesn't hurt them in a different way, but when we do that, when we hold on to that hate, what it does is it inhibits us from fully moving on to other things, and it changes our energy and what we're putting out there. And it's not easy. It's like almost, and we see it in, just to give you guys an extreme example, somebody whose family member is, murdered, and they're in court, and they, and you see the person, the family member of the victim, have nothing but love and sorrow towards that person. And you don't understand, how can that person not want to kill that motherfucker right then and there? Is because they've already experienced that hate before, up to that point, and realized that there was nothing they could do about it that was going to make that situation any better. It wasn't going to bring them back. It wasn't going to correct the past. What was done was done. That the only way they were going to be able to move on, they had reached such a point, was true forgiveness, in feeling love and empathy and sympathy, and trying to go that route. And because otherwise they will self-destruct on their end, and not going to affect that person. That person's the way they are. They're doing what they're doing. So I think it's reaching a level for all of us of being self-aware and striving. It's daily practice of trying to forgive and not hold on to hate. Not to say we're all going to have it. It's a natural human emotion. Somebody does something to us to get angry, but it's getting to such a point where we can become aware when we are getting like that, and then practicing not holding on to it. And that's something for me I work on daily, and I'm not nowhere near where I need to be on that and whatnot. So, but it's a fine line on different situations, and I don't think there's a right or wrong on just being one way all the time. But I do know that when we do hold on to hate, that it ultimately will hurt us more than anything else. So that's my motivational thought of the week on that.
Hey guys, it's the big guy Ryback, and I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and punch that like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my all-natural supplement line. Supplement. Stupid! My all-natural supplement line. Feed Me More Nutrition, available on Amazon and feedmemore.com. And as always, Conversation with the Big Guy Ryback, available on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and wherever podcasts are available. Never forget, feed me more.
Thank you for tuning in to this segment of Ryback's Conversation with the Big Guy. Watch full episodes here on YouTube. Subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button if you had a great time watching. And for all supplements, check out feedmemore.com.